Hi, I'm Ronnie Pannu, Director and Founder of Pannu Tax Disputes and Investigations. At Pannu Tax, we help our clients to resolve and manage all types of HMRC inquiries, disputes and investigations. Since 2011, HMRC have been using task forces to target specific industries or sectors or geographic locations where they perceive there to be a risk of non-compliance or additional tax due. So the task force teams seek to review all of the taxes commonly paid by a business. So for example, income tax, corporation tax, VAT or payroll taxes by a number of different officers at the same time. So if you are likely to be subject to a task force inquiry, you can expect a number of different officers inspecting your records on your business premises in a relatively short period of time, or a burst of activity as HMRC refers to it. According to data from HMRC, the task forces have been pretty successful in bringing in a significant amount of additional taxes as a result of their activities. We've also seen these task forces generate a number of criminal investigations or civil serious tax fraud investigations. So this is where, on the back of a task force visit, the officers involved in the review have discovered an issue or some behaviour that they believe warrants a referral to the criminal investigations team or the serious tax fraud team. So care does need to be taken in terms of how you respond to a task force visit. So if you're about to have a visit from a HMRC task force or have already had one, what should you do? If HMRC want to come onto your business premises to inspect the books and records, then they are entitled to do so under the law, and you should comply with any reasonable requests, and they should also provide you with a notice. Now, it's important that you inspect that notice carefully to ensure that HMRC have complied with the conditions that are there within the law, and you're also allowed to have an advisor present throughout this process. If, however, you get an unannounced visit from a task force team, then I'd suggest that extra care needs to be taken. So unannounced visits of this nature are uncommon, and it may suggest that HMRC has a concern or issue with the tax records or business records. As part of any visit, the tax officers are likely to ask for a significant volume of documents and information in order to check the position. Now, they are entitled to do this if they make relevant and reasonable requests, but you again are entitled to have an advisor present to ensure that the requests are reasonable, that they are relevant, and that your rights under the law are protected. If HMRC asks to take away any documents or records, make sure that you make a note of anything that's removed and that you ask for a detailed receipt so that you know what's been taken. After the visit, it's, in my experience, good practice to engage with the HMRC team to find out, for example, what are the next steps? When do they intend to come back to you following their review of the records? And are there, for example, any issues or risks that they've discovered following that review? This type of engagement can help to speed things along and ensure that you stay in control of the process. If you or your advisor ask for details of next steps and in response receive a vague or incomplete response, then again care needs to be taken, because this may suggest that your files and affairs are being passed to another unit or specialist team within HMRC. So if you're about to receive a visit from a HMRC task force or have recently received one, you should ensure that you have an advisor on side who understands this process, who understands, for example, HMRC's powers to inspect records on business premises, and who is able, if appropriate, to effectively engage and negotiate with HMRC.